Ohio. Croatia, the state in the south of Central Europe or in Southern Europe, partially in the west of the Balkan Peninsula, the former Federal Republic as a part of Yugoslavia which became independent in 1991. The population, as of June 30, 2020, makes 4,227,746 people, the territory -56594 km. Also the 128th in territory takes the 127th place in the world on population. The form of government, the parliamentary republic. The Prime Minister's post since October 19, 2016 is held by Andrej Plenković, and the President's post since February 19, 2020, Zoran Milanovic. The capital and the largest city, Zagreb. Croatia borders in the northwest on Slovenia, in the northeast, on Hungary and Serbia, in the south and the east, on Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro. In the west it is washed by the Adriatic Sea and has sea border with Italy. The state currency, kuna. The country is a member of the United Nations since 1992. OSCE, the Council of Europe, NATO since 2009. The European Union since 2013. The name Croatia comes from medieval Latin lat. Croatia. The first governor of the independent Croatian state, the Prince Branimir ruling in the 9th century, received from the father Ionate the title Dux Croatorum, the Prince of Croats. The toponym of Croatia comes from an ethnonym, Croats, which origin is definitely not established, probably so far that he comes from Praslavyanski, Zervatu. Zervat, which probably comes from ancient Persian, Zraksvat. During the Dorimski period along the coast of Adriatic Sea there were several important Indo-Visky archaeological cultures, the most ancient of which was. During era of a Bronze Age on the Adriatic coast there were descendants of culture, from which Bukmerski culture was distinguished with the ceramics, and later, Castellierski culture from which there were several hundreds of strengthened settlements. By the beginning adult territory of modern Croatia, so-called Liburnia, was conquered by Romans. In more detail about the Roman Illyria, see Illyria and the Illyrian Revolt. The Slavic tribes of Croats which gave rise to the Croatian nation migrated to east coast of the Adriatic Sea in the 7th century. Soon the Croatian kingdom became one of the strongest in the region. In 1102 the ruling dynasty Trpimirovići died away, and the Croatian crown connected in the dynastic union to the Hungarian. In the middle of the 15th century the Hungarian dominion in the north of the country was replaced Turkish while Dalmatia was a part of the Venetian Republic. At the same time the Dubrovnitski Republic substantially kept independence. Since 1868 the Croatian state education as a part of Austria-Hungary was the crown state of Dalmatia and the Earth Croatia and Slavonia as a part of Hungary. In 1526 successful dynastic marriage of Ferdinand I Habsburg-Gabsburgov which ruled Croatia before the beginning of the 20th century brought the Hungarian and Croatian crowns to the house. After falling of the Venetian Republic, the Campoformiski World of 1797, Istria, Dalmatia and Dubrovnik were added to lands of the Habsburg monarchy. In 1809, 13 Illyrian provinces of Napoleonic France. After World War I in 1918, Croatia was a part of the Kingdom of Serbians, Croats and Slovenes, though coastal areas of the Austrian Primorje. Istria, Rijeka and Zadar. Departed to Italy under the name Venice Giulia. In 1929 the state was renamed into the Kingdom Yugoslavia. On August 26, 1939, on the basis of Vitkovic's agreement, Macheka Croatia received the status of autonomy within the kingdom as a separate Banovina. In 1941, Ustasha under the direction of Ante Pavlića created the pro-Nazi independent state of Croatia, which carried out genocide of Serbians, Jews and Roma. Also in his territory the Serbian Chetnik committed massacre of Bosniak and Croats. Under the pressure of communistic adjusted guerrilla groups of Josip Broz of Tito Pavlić's regime in Croatia and Nedic in Serbia fell, and the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, through which port 6 republics was created. Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Macedonia, Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina. In 1991, against the background of the sharp intra-republican conflict between Serbians and Croats, Croatia declared independence. Iceland first recognized the new country on December 19, 1991. Interethnic collisions in the republic after declaration of independence developed into the war in Croatia. 1991-1995. Continuing until the end of 1995. Operation Storm. Declaration of independence by Croatia and Slovenia became the beginning of disintegration of SFRU. Finally, the integrity of Croatia was restored in 1998. Franjo Tudjman was the first president of new independent Croatia. On January 22, 2012 in Croatia there took place the referendum, on most of which of voters -66.25% voted for the entry of the country into the European Union. Croatia is located in the south of Central Europe, on the Balkan Peninsula. The area -56594 km. The area of the water area -33200 km. In the water area a large number of islands is located. The total number is 1185, from which 67 are populated. The largest islands are Kern Crescent. In the north, Croatia borders on Slovenia. 600 km. In the northeast with Hungary. 348 km. In the east on Serbia. 314 km. In the south on Bosnia and Herzegovina. 956 km. And Montenegro. 19 km. The country consists of two parts. Continental, located mainly in a river basin, the Sava. And the Adriatic, extended narrow strip on the coast of the Adriatic Sea. The territory of Croatia is divided into 20 županija. Županija are divided into 122 cities and 424 communities. The capital are divided into urban areas. The large cities are divided into local parts. Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, has the status of the 21st županija. Representative bodies of županija, županijski meetings, are elected by the population. Executive, župana. X. Representative bodies of the cities, city councils, are elected by the population, executive, cities mayors. Representative bodies of communities, communal councils, Absinskovijes, are chosen the population, executive, communal chiefs. Representative bodies of urban areas, council of the urban area, are elected by the population, executive, chairman of councils of urban areas. Local parts have no local government, except for split. Till 2001 between Županija and communities there was intermediate unit, the district. Croatia, the unitary state, the parliamentary republic. Legislature since 2001 is Sabor. Parliament. During the period from 1991 to 2001 the parliament was two-chamber. The head of state, the president elected by a direct vote for 5 years. He is the commander-in-chief of armed forces of the country and with the consent of parliament appoints the prime minister. The president also deals with issues of foreign policy. The last presidential elections took place on January 5, 2020. The victory at them was won by Zoran Milanovic. He entered a position on February 18, 2020. The head of the government, the Prime Minister, since October 19, 2016 holds this position. Andrej Plenković is a part of the government 4 deputy prime ministers and 16 ministers who are responsible for concrete fields of activity. The government initiates adoption of laws, develops the draft budget, controls performance of laws, defines the main directions of foreign and domestic policy. The Constitution is adopted on December 20, 1990. Independence of Yugoslavia is declared on June 25, 1991. Amendments to the Constitution are adopted. About the rights of minorities. Change of semi-presidential model of management with parliamentary model of management. About reform of Parliament. Parliament unicameral. The most part is chosen according to party lists, a part from minorities. Till 2001 there was a chamber of districts. Sabora fractions. Head of the government of Russia Dmitry Medvedev and President of Croatia Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović, on July 7, 2018. Parties of the seat in Parliament. Social Democratic Party of Croatia. S. 61. The Croatian People's Party, the Liberal Democrats. Unsdijeli. 13. Croatian Party of Pensioners. SHU. 3. Democratic Assembly of Istria. IDs Diedi. 3. Croatian Democratic Commonwealth. DEDS. 44. Croatian Civil Party. AIDS. 2. Democratic Center. District of Olumbia. 1. The Croatian Laborists, the Labour Party. Senior. 6. Croatian Democratic Union of Slavonia and Hech 6. Independent list. Of Ivan Grubiša 2. Croatian Peasants Party. SS. 1. Croatian Party of the Right of Drive. Ante Starčević. ZP 1. The Croatian Party of the Right. ZP. The Croatian Social and Liberal Party. Independent Democratic Serbian Party. SES. 3. The Croatian Party is right nationalist. The Croatian Democratic Union of Slavonia and Mutton, regional right populist. The Croatian Civil Party, right populist. The Croatian Party of the Right of Drive. Ante Starčević, national and conservative. The Croatian Democratic Commonwealth, conservative. The Democratic Center, liberal and conservative. The Croatian Peasants' Party, social and conservative. The Croatian Social and Liberal Party, conservative and liberal. The Croatian People's Party, the Liberal Democrats, liberal. Democratic Assembly of Istria, regional left liberal. The Croatian Party of Pensioners, party of the rights of pensioners. Social Democratic Party of Croatia, social democratic. The Independent Democratic Serbian Party, social democratic, the Serbian minority. Sustainable Development of Croatia, Ekologistski Progressivistsi. The Croatian Laborists, the Labour Party, left populist. The Socialist Workers' Party of Croatia, Marxist. The Working Front, revolutionary and socialist. The Republic of Croatia, the sovereign state on border of Central Europe, Southern Europe and the Mediterranean, which declared independence of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia on June 25, 1991. Croatia is the member of the European Union, EU, the United Nations, Union, the Council of Europe, NATO, the World Trade Organization, OTO, the Union for the Mediterranean and some other the international organizations. Croatia established diplomatic relations with 181 states. The President and the Government of the Republic of Croatia through the Ministry of Foreign and European Affairs cooperate in development and implementation of foreign policy. Body of the Constitutional Supervision, the Constitutional Court. Body the carrying out selection of candidates for positions of judges, the State Judicial Council. Bodies of Public Prosecutors Supervision, the State Prosecutor's Office. Szczepański Prosecutors. Communal Prosecutors. The highest judicial authority, the Supreme Court. Courts of the Court of Appeal, Szczepański Courts. Courts of First Instance, Communal Courts. The highest judicial authority of administrative justice, the Supreme Administrative Court. Courts of the Court of Appeal of Administrative Justice, Administrative Courts. The highest judicial authority of trade justice, the Supreme Trade Court. Courts of the Court of Appeal of Trade Justice, Trade Courts. The highest judicial authority of disciplinary justice, the Supreme Disciplinary Court. Courts of the Court of Appeal of Disciplinary Justice, Disciplinary Courts. The leading industries are shipbuilding, mechanical engineering, chemical, food, textile, woodworking, electrotechnical and electronic, pharmaceutical industry. Important branch of economy is tourism. The Kaica Index. A ratio of the minimum and average salary in the country. In Croatia as of 2018. Average 84.20 kuna and the minimum 3,442.25 kuna. makes about 40.8%. Since January 1, 2020, the minimum wage makes 4,062.51 kuna, 543.35 euros. Gross. And 32.50. 1 kuna, 434.68 euros, net. Since January 1, 2021, the minimum wage makes 42.50 kuna, 562.04 euros. Gross. And 3,400 kuna, 449.44 euros, net. Since January 1, 2022, the minimum wage will make 4,687.50 kuna, 623.42 euros. Gross. And 37.50 kuna, 499.22 euros, net. The CATSA index will make 48.78%. In July 2019, process of the entry of Croatia into the Eurozone began. Advantages: stable growth of economy. Under the auspices of the IMF, the program of decrease in the public expenditures is started. Tourism growth. Weaknesses: the privatization lasting since 2001 and resistance of labor unions. Damage from war about $50 billion. High unemployment, 17.7% for January 2010. The Adriatic coast of Croatia and numerous islands, the popular direction of the international tourism. Tourism on Adriatic Sea began to develop in the 19th century. In the 20th century, the Croatian coast was one of the most developed destinations in the socialist world. In the 1990s, tourism in Croatia endured serious recession, which caused military operations and the outdated tourist infrastructure which wasn't meeting the Western quality standards were. Since the beginning of the old years, tourism industry shows growth. 18% of NIPI, the share of the tourist industry in the middle of the 2010s, that is alarming at economists. The existing constitution of Croatia defines the Republic of Croatia as the national state of the Croatian people and as the state of representatives of ethnic minorities. Serbians, Bosnians, Slovenes, Czechs, Slovaks, Italians, Hungarians, Jews, Germans, the Austrians, Ukrainians, Rusynians, Bulgarians, Rum, Romanians, Turks, Vlach, Albanians and others who are her citizens. Legal status of 22 ethnic groups listed in the Constitution is regulated by the Constitutional Law on the Rights of Ethnic Minorities in the Republic of Croatia, which came into force in 2002. The population on 2016: 4,154,213 people. National structure, according to a population census of 2011. Croats, 90.42%. Serbians, 4.37%. Bosnians, 0.17%. Hungarians, 0.33%. Italians, 0.42%. Slovenes, 0.25%. Roma, 0.4%. Albanians, 0.41%. Czechs, 0.22%. Macedonians, 0.4%. Montenegrins, 0.11%. Others, 1.98%. Religious structure, according to a population census of 2011. Catholics 86.28%. Orthodox Christians 44%. Protestants 0.34%. Muslims 1.47%. Atheists and agnostics 4.57%. Other religion or didn't answer 2.9%. State language in Croatia is Croatian.
Official use of languages of the ethnic groups determined by the constitution as ethnic minorities, that is regulated by the constitutional law on the rights of ethnic minorities in the Republic of Croatia, and also two laws concerning use of languages of ethnic minorities is allowed.
In some cities of Istria the official status is Italian. In separate municipalities and settlements the official status of languages of ethnic minorities, Serbian, Hungarian, Czech and Carpato-Russian is recorded. On the Istrian Peninsula there are two endangered Romance languages, Istro-Romanskaya and Istro-Romanskaya. Croatia since acquisition of independence participated in all Olympic Games and won at them 27 medals, 10 at the Winter Olympic Games. The most popular sports in the country: soccer, basketball, handball, water polo and tennis. In spite of the fact that Croatia is considered to be the southern country with warm climate, in her also winter sports, such as mountain skiing, ice hockey and biathlon are popularized. The brother and the sister Ivica Kostelic and Junica Kostelic became one of the most famous and successful mountain skiers of the last years. The ice hockey team of Medvokac from Zagreb enjoys popularity in the capital of the country, acting in the Austrian Hockey League.
Since the season 2013/2014 up to 2016/2017 it I acted in Kiev.
Croatian national team became the silver prize winner of the FIFA World Cup 2018, having conceded in the French national team final with the score 2-4.
The midfielder and captain Luka Modric was recognized by FIFA the Player of Year 2018 for outstanding achievements in sport and in the World Cup.
One of the best clubs of Croatia is Dinamo Zagreb.
Official date of creation of Armed Forces of Croatia is on November 3, 1991. The first army formations were created on the basis of the formations of National Guard of Croatia created in the spring of 1991.
At the time of the war in Croatia at the end of 1995. Operation Storm. The number was more than 250,000 people. Total number of armed forces for 2011 was 20,000 people. 3,000 more serve in police. The number of reservists minus 21,000 people. In northern Croatia the continental climate, in central, semi-mountain and mountain, at the coast, Mediterranean prevails. Winter temperatures in a continental part reach on average 10 C in mountain areas from 5 C up to 5 C and from 0 C to plus 10 C in coastal. In the summer most warmly on the coast. From plus 25 C to plus 30 C on average. In the resort sites located on peninsulas. In Istria, from plus 30 C. Temperature in mountains usually doesn't exceed plus 15, plus 20 C, and on the continent generally about plus 25 C. Least of all rainfall drops out on islands, from about 500 to 1000 mm a year. The amount of precipitation on the coast fluctuates from 1000 to 1700 mm a year. The Croatian network of highways has length of 1313.8 km.
Croatia in 2019 took the 12th place in the world and the 6th place in Europe on quality of roads in the rating of the Index of Global Competitiveness, which is annually made by experts of the World Economic Forum.
The highest place among all post-communist countries of the world. The most widespread type of public transport in Croatia is the bus. Except buses in the large cities, e.g. in Zagreb, Split, Rijeka, Osijek, the Bullet, etc. There is also a network of tram lines. The Zagreb and Osijek tram. Tickets for journey are on sale, as a rule, and inside of the bus or tram or in newsstands. The international bus traffic in Croatia is rather developed. Bus routes lie to Croatia from a set of the countries of Europe. Practically all parts of the country are captured by network of bus passenger traffic. Almost in each town there is a bus station. Autobusni kolodvor, where it is possible to buy tickets and to study the schedule.
Between the cities of Croatia located on the coast of Adriatic Sea, various ferries, motor ships, the ships on underwater wings ply.
On the water transport it is possible to reach also the majority of manned islands. There are also international flights. From May 28 to September 30 the summer schedule with more frequent departures works. The airport of Zagreb. In 17 came from the center of Zagreb. The airport of Split. In 24 came from the center of Split. The airport of Dubrovnik. In 18 came from the city. Pulac Airport. In 6 came from the center pools. Airport of Zadar. Airport of Rijeka. The airports for local and charter flights. Bowls Airport. Loshinja Airport. Airport of Osijek. In honor of Croatia, the asteroid 589. Croatia opened in 1906 by the German astronomer Augustus Kopf is called. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.